Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is Monday, so as ever, we've got a puzzle set by Vulcan, this time number 29991. Right, let's start from the top. Pretty shy, hugging me at rear of school. Shy is usually coy, hugging me. Yeah, so we've got coy, and that's hugging me and the rear end of school, that L. Right, budgie perhaps free in big cedar. Big cedar's 8 letters. I think we're going to anagram that to get. It's going to be a bird. What are we left with? See, a cage bird. Okay, relish oxygen brought by sudden wind. Well, oxygen's O. A wind could be a gust or a gale. Oh no, sorry, it's a gust and then O for oxygen to get gusto. Right, swell breakfast item. If something swells, it will mushroom. It will get larger, and yeah, mushrooms, I guess you can have them breakfast, lunch, or dinner, I guess. Right, an idiot picked up sponge. That's going to be a loofah. So we've got A and full for idiot. Right, deal maker in pub, one taking a profit. I think pub might be a bar. I think maybe we've got an A inside of it there. Deal maker would be a bargain. A bargainer, maybe? Yeah, pub. And then profit would be gain. Where do we get the ER? Or maybe it's just pub and then one taking a profit would be a gainer, but perhaps. Right. Lower tier seats filled first for this film. I think it's going to be the name of a film. I don't think it's going to be an anagram. Could it be room? Room in the... No, let's try 14 down. Ideas for a reform mentioned earlier. Right, I think we're going to reform anagram. Ideas for A to get aforesaid mentioned earlier. Right, Kubrick briefly portrayed Scottish patron. Well, that would be St. Andrew, so do we pass that? Right, Stanley Kubrick, so Stan would be the brief for Stanley, and portrayed as Drew. Okay, let's go here. Spoke of what one has in each arms. Spoke of a homophone. Is it going to be arms like your limbs or like weaponry? Not sure. Right, shrub and vegetable penetrated by decay. Right, I think we're going to have the name of a vegetable And that's going to be around maybe rot for decay. Maybe rot could be there. On journey, train isn't moving. Thinking moving might be an anagram. Indicator. Could it be like in station? Oh, that's 9. At station. Oh, I think it's in transit if you're on a journey. Right. Okay, so rot might be here. I think I've seen this. Yeah, we've got another plant genus or something that I've only ever seen in crosswords. So I think P is the vegetable, and that's penetrated by rot for decay. Right, have no argument with an Athenian amputee. Is it going to be like someone in like Greek myth who was amputated or amputated? No. Not seeing that one either. Right, in Isle Grey tomb, crumbling, typically romantic. So I think we're going to be anagramming in grey tomb. No, maybe it's just Isle Grey tomb, crumbling be the anagram, indicator, typically romantic. Is that boy meets girl? I think it is. Oh. Boy meets girl. Oh, yeah, like a common rom-com trope. Right, cook breakfast, including coffee, getting insincere praise. What could coffee be like? Like Joe, Java, Mud. Not seeing that one. New American widescreen system. Could it be like N for new, A for American, or US for American? Widescreen, maybe don't think it'd be LCD, like LED. No. What's this one? Hello again, Rector. Still not made a bishop. Oh, it might be long time. No C, which is what you'd say to somebody if you're saying hello. And yeah, the C, which someone was kind enough to explain to me when we've seen it in crosswords before. Has to do with like the church C or the papal C or something like that. Okay. Is this like room at the inn or something? Okay, that's gonna be the. Alright, what's this one? Brazen Vault Face About Poem Polecat. Is that. Are we anagramming something about being. Anagram. How much is brazen? That's 6. Vault face would be too much. Maybe it's the face of vault. Just the V. I'm not sure. Right. Let's go 10 across. Old parliamentary radicals who told it to you straight. No, might end in an S though. Hardy folk lived here in primarily wild county. Primarily wild is W. Is it like Tom Hardy? Like, where was like one of his books set? Is it Wessex? So primarily wild, and Essex is a county. I think that's what's going on. I haven't read any Tom Hardy books. Right, reach the top of chest. Top of chest, could that be a C? I don't think so. Let's have a look at this W at the end. Get over arch, and one may make a bolt for it. I think arch might be a bow or a bow or not a row. You'd make a bolt for a crossbow though. Yeah, if you get over, I guess you cross something. You know, if you traverse something, you cross it. Yeah, crossbow, okay. What is this? It's these arms. Still not seeing that one. Can we get this? Missile landing in sniper's lair. This tightest of squeaks. Well, a sniper's lair would be a nest. And I think it's going to be a superlative, the tightest. So we've got the nest. We now need a missile landing inside of the nest. Is that like a cannonball bullet? And an arrow is the missile. So narrowest would be the tightest of squeaks. Right, many times relent, though not at first. I think many times would maybe be often. Relent. If you soften, you'd relent, but we're not having the first letter to get often. Okay. Right, track down a very tiny amount. I think that's going to be a trace. Let's go here. Cook breakfast, including coffee. I think the coffee is going to be a latte. Insincere praise would be flattery. Oh yeah, if you cook breakfast, you fry. And that includes the latte, the coffee. Okay. Right, let's go back to... are we... I think we might be anagramming American. Yeah, because that's 8 letters, and new would be an anagram indicator. What are we left with? I think it's Cinerama. Okay, today I learned that's an anagram of American. Right, not so simple, so restive. Well, if something's not simple, it would be, I guess, uneasy. And uneasy for restive. Okay, so we do this one. A brief experience of discrimination. No. People searching for these here, but they lack concentration. Thinking like squash or something. Can we get this one? Is it a ferret? A polecat? Oh, is it reverse ferret? Which would be a brazen volte face. Okay. So yeah, about is re, poem is verse, and then the polecat is ferret. Okay. What would this be? Live, love. Reach, like become, or what's the bust? Could be the top of the chest. Or the breast, maybe. And this could be taste. I think that would be breast, maybe. All parliamentary radicals. I think this is going to be room at the inn, maybe. Could that be ing? What? Like sightings. Told it to you straight. Liveners, oh, it could be solutions. People are searching for solutions, and solutions can be concentrated or not. Is this levelers? I think maybe. Lower tier seats. I think it's gonna be like play on words. I'm not sure what this film is. Like a stadium, or at the opera, room at the, could it be room at the box? I don't know if that's a film. Room at the row? No, that doesn't sound. Yeah, I do think that's going to be solutions. Let's come back. Spoke of. Could it be like a spoke, like in a bicycle? What one has that? Like could be one. Have no argument. I don't know who the Athenian amputee is, so if you have no argument, you maybe you agree, or as if that was a spoke of, maybe said. One is. Is it like thinking like one has, no, I don't think that's the same as, I was thinking like is it your radium or whatever, like your old man, yeah. But how would that work? Radii is the plural. What is it? Radius. It spoke like the part of the bike. Radius. Because you do have a radius in each of your arms, but how does that even work? Because who's the... Is it a Greek? I think it is, yeah. An Athenian is a Greek, but we've amputated the K. Still not sure about that. That is in transit, yeah. Yeah, what did I say? Room at the row, room at the box, lower tier seats filled. Oh, well, the box would be the top. Yeah, typically at the top of like the opera hall or something, or even like a football stadium. So there'd be room higher up. Should we go room at the box? I was going to say, has this got all the letters? But I think we're missing K. Spoke of. One has. Thinking, is it a homophone or? Yeah, because I don't think arms is going to be like weaponry in this case. When you're talking about each of arms, you're thinking there's going to be, well, at least pair of them. Yeah, and because it's not plural, because it's speaking what one has in each, so it'd be singular. And the only singular thing that I guess ends in S is probably radius. Let's check it. Oh, no, it's not room at the box. Room at the... Yeah, let's reveal it. Room at the top, okay. Which makes more sense than the box, but I've still never heard of this film. Right, let's go to 15 squared. Vulcan, not the worst one from Vulcan, to be honest. So all parliamentary radicals were levelers, okay. Room at the top. 1958. Yeah. Not aware. What else? Were we... Yeah, I've heard a reverse ferret, yeah. It's quite a... something... series of words that you do remember. Breast, yeah. Yeah, it is Wessex. Setting for most of Tom Hardy's novels, okay. Right. Yeah, spoke, so it could be a double definition as well. Okay, as I say, not the worst from Vulcan. It's actually not a bad time. But yeah, I guess we didn't get 100% because Room at the Top is not a 1958 film that I'm aware of. But the more you know. Right, well, thank you for joining me, and I should see you tomorrow.